do that? Yeah. Alrighty, ladies and gents. Let's see what's going on tonight. Let's go ahead and get the feed all cranked up and everything else. Let's see, we are streaming, correct?
Yeah, I can see it. You're live.
Alright. Telling me waiting for the Saturn Junkyard. Huh. Well, we should be streaming. We've been streaming for 37 seconds.
Well, like I said, I can see the title screen right now.
Okay. Alright. Just want to make sure we're good to go. Just want to make sure. There we go. There we go. Now we're good to go. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get anybody on up in here with us. Because, you know, it's never fun when it's just us. So...
Viewers do help, yeah.
Yeah, viewers help. So, you know, with just us up in here, it's gonna kind of be a little lonesome, you know. Oh, look, there we go. We got a number 3. They're coming in. How about that? Those of y'all just joining up, myself, the Southern Sega Gentleman, and of course we have our lovely Chris, otherwise known as Saturn Memories. We are going to be your lovely host tonight for the 3rd installment of the Panzer Dragoon Saga Let's Play. On the couch, talking shit, doing what we do. So, Chris, you got any words of wisdom you want to impart on me before we endeavor upon this epic journey of Jedi and Sith Lord-like proportions?
Don't eat yellow snow.
Don't eat yellow snow. Words to live by, boys and girls. Alright. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, y'all know the drill, or at least you should know by now. We are about to load up all the funness. And I don't have to worry about any of the issues such as my battery being messed up, because I made sure, absolutely sure, to put the save state on my memory card just in case. Oh god, I was worried like hell about that. I'm serious. I cranked it up yesterday just to make sure my thing was there. And whenever, about 30 minutes ago, I made sure to crank it back up to make sure everything was good to go. Alright, I have no signal. Hold up. There we go. Boom. So let's do a little recap. Also, full disclosure warning, we are playing everything through the original hardware, through RGB SCART, into the FrameMeister, which is then going to my Elgato capture card. So if you see anything along the realms of no signal, or you see a black screen for a couple of seconds, what's going on is that the FrameMeister does not like output changes, and the Elgato really doesn't like output changes. So just bear with it for a couple of seconds. We'll be back on screen. I apologize if there was a better way to get it and still get the same level of video quality. We'd be doing that, but this is basically the best I can do, and I've got a lot of money invested in this setup. So if you want to send me some money to change something, that'd be great, but otherwise this is what we got rolling.
I don't know how much you can do about that at this point, because I don't think there's any equipment that really handles resolution switching very well.
No, dude. I mean, we basically have to, we'd have to emulate at that point, and I really don't like emulating. For one, there's not really a good controller to use, not unless you plan on spending, you know, $150, $200. For one of them old school, what was it? Not the Sega Play, but the original USB Saturn controllers.
Oh, the Sega Logistics Service one.
Yes. Okay, so to recap, we just got done with Disc 1. We just loaded into Disc 2. We just went up against our favorite love interest, and now we are about to endeavor upon this journey of trying to find a couple of side quests. We're also going to need to do some leveling up, because right now we're at level 16, I believe is what I saw. So that's what we're going with. So, for the sake of all that, right now we're going to go right back to camp. And we are going to pet up on our favorite dragon, Trogdor. I know for a while there we had the whole aspect of it not being Trogdor. It was Puff the Magic Dragon, but you know, I had to redo some things, and there you have it. Here we are. So let's go over here and let's pet up on the dragon, man. Oh, he's got to sleep. Never mind. All right, so we're gonna wait for daytime real quick. Also, in the chat, we have Chase, and oh lordy, it looks like Leo actually showed up. Seems I'll be watching the first minutes before getting done with the final copy. Yeah, glad to have you, Leo. Glad to have you. We don't need to save the game. We just need to wait until nightfall. I mean, wait until daytime, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna wait till morning. You're not having any issues with stream, are you there, brother?
No, everything just fine.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Just wanted to make sure.
There's the delay, but you know.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you can't do much about that. I'm having some major issues with actually monitoring it on my side through the phone, so I just wanted to make sure everything was good to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we are going to, just by the way, for anyone who's just tuning in who doesn't really know, we're not going for a 100% playthrough. If you want a 100% playthrough, go check out Chaz with the Sega Saturn Shiro guys. He is actually doing a 100% playthrough of this game. He's got numerous videos up there over on their YouTube. Image quality isn't that great because they're uploading from Facebook and then putting it onto YouTube. So if you want to catch that out, go like and follow the Sega Saturn Shiro on Facebook and give them some love. And I believe Sundays immediately after my Let's Plays whenever they do theirs. Yeah, everybody's asleep on that. Okay. So let's see.
I don't know if I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel.
You might not be.
Track it down.
I mean, they do most of their stuff through Facebook, but regardless. So we're gonna talk to some people and get a couple of things going down. Like this guy right here, he's got the Dragon Bible. He's got the Dragon Bible, and we're gonna catch that. And we're going to go over here and see what we got going on for money and such, because I haven't even looked at any of that. See if we can make any kind of deal. We really ain't got a lot of money, to be honest with you. We really don't. What do we got to sell? Do we need to sell anything, be honest with you? Nah. What about buy-wise? No, I mean, we really don't need much going on right now. I ain't even worried about that. Alright, let's go back out. And I suppose I'm wanting to do a side quest that Chaz pointed me out to. Because, I mean, you got to remember, it's been probably 2 years since I played this game. Where's it at? Yeah, there it goes. No, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the gate. Wait until morning. Yes, that's what I was thinking about too, Chase, going over there, checking out the sand mite action. But while we're here, let's go ahead and check out this real quick. See if we can get some of these side quests going on. Cause
nice lighting too by the fire.
Oh yeah.
That's something you don't see too often in Saturn games.
No, not really.
Dynamic lighting.
No, this game's actually pretty interesting in all the technical aspects. Of course, it was a late release, so I mean, you had all them years worth of experience going on with it.
Yeah, I can only think of 2 other games that have dynamic lighting. There's a little bit in Fighting Vipers. What's her name? Jane Stage. There's like a swinging light above the ring.
Right.
And then Burning Rangers, when the lights go out, you can move your character around and he acts as a light source.
Yes, I remember that so much whenever I was doing the import friendly and the competition on the Junkyard. Oh my god, that game gave me nightmares. At least whenever it came to me having to do the recording footage for the import friendly episode. Come on, tell me about it. Is he gonna tell me? What I'm trying to do is get this dude to give me this little side quest. I gotta go over and dude, like I could have swore I actually got it going. I mean, it's not really necessary for us to do it, and I might be missing the dialogue because apparently you got to get that woman, the younger woman inside the camp to kind of start this quest. And I might not have got the right response from her, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There we go, got it. Right while talking about it. So he's gonna give me this little thing that I've got to take over to the girl over in the bar in the little town. And once I give it to her, I bring it back, get a little bit of money from it, a little bit, just trying to get something more than just me going to town on all these guys. Because I mean, y'all can sit here and watch me grind until the end of time, but I don't think that's really enjoyable for everybody. So, Chase, I'm right there with you, baby. Go ahead, bro. What's up, Chris?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Sega Forever put up a little news post a while ago, a couple hours ago, that said they're going to be switching their focus from emulation to ports. For people who don't know, that's their Sega's mobile game service. But there's always the chance that, as they're porting these games, that they end up on other platforms as well. I think some of the likely candidates are probably some of those old mid-90s, late 90s Sega PC ports. A lot of Saturn stuff like Virtual Cop and the original Panzer Dragoon and games like that. So those could be coming back at some point.
I mean, I think the main issue is that a lot, like, of course you got this one game that you have the issue of not having the source code anymore, so we can't really play this game anymore unless they were completely rebuild the game. And how good a job are they actually going to do it, rebuilding it?
Well, yeah, you can't just do a simple port. You can try to, you can either emulate it, which, for them to do, again, Sega Forever's main focus is mobile.
Right.
And emulating Saturn on mobile is not very great.
No, not at all.
It's a little bit much for cell phones right now. Or you can try to reverse engineer the game, but then the problem is that's a very lengthy, expensive, time-consuming process.
Right.
And I don't think there's enough justification, to go through and do that for some of these games, as niche as they are.
No, and for those of y'all who were on the podcast side of it, you might have heard us. You might have heard the Shiro guys doing their little podcast, and they were talking about reproductions and the whole legality of it, the whole idea behind it, and everything like that. And I honestly think with games like this, and kind of going all along with what you said, that you're not going to see another Team Andromeda pop up to recreate this game. I honestly don't see that happening. From Sega's point of view, especially with them being owned by Sammy now, I highly doubt we're ever going to see this game reproduced. So honestly, I think the best we can hope for is, backups of some sort, or at least, some form of archiving this stuff.
There is interest, though. Like Futatsugi, who was the director on the first game and the third game, Saga here.
Right.
He said he wants to do it. At some point, he wants to revisit Saga.
Well, I think I was the one who posted a link to that. One of the first people who posted a link to the interview I think you're talking about. I don't know, man. I don't know if we're actually going to see it happen.
Probably not, because I don't think anybody is going to be open to funding it. And of course, Sega owns the rights. I mean, last time he took a crack at a Panzer Dragoon style game, he had to do it through Microsoft, and they came up with Crimson Dragon,
right?
Which didn't do particularly well for probably a number of different reasons. But yeah, I don't think the economics probably justify trying it.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. Well, of course, we got to see how well Shenmue does. But if Shenmue 3 does well with its Kickstarter, granted, I honestly don't think Panzer Dragoon Saga has the same following as the Shenmue. But that's an alternative. I mean, there's always the possibility of crowdsourcing. I know in the past couple of years it's kind of become a negative of sorts, but I could very well see it happening.
Game development's more expensive than what people tend to generally believe, and What? How much did Shenmue earn on Kickstarter? Like $6 million?
I'd have to look it up, but I do know that it was insane. I mean, just it isn't how much it got; it's how quickly it got it.
Yeah, I understand that, but still $6 million is not enough to fund a game of that scope outright.
No,
They still had to go to third-party investors to try to get additional funding to make that game.
right, but I think the beauty that comes from things like Kickstarter and that whole aspect is that you have it's a way of proving concept. It's a way of proving interest in a topic.
It is. It is.
And I think that's the main thing behind the whole Kickstarter thing, at least in regards to I think honestly that was the idea behind Shenmue. Whether it was or not, I think to a certain degree that had to have been part of his mindset, was that if I can prove that this many people really want this game, maybe we can make it happen.
But he's still going to have to compromise the project in some ways because, again, $6 million isn't enough to fully fund a game of the scope that he wants to do. So it has to be scaled back, even with the investors involved in it.
Oh, of course, of course. I'm like really surprised at how few random encounters I've had so far. I really am.
It's nice.
I mean,
deal with that crap.
Yeah, but it's like I'm trying to level up and I'm not running into anything. It's like whenever I just want to get through an area, it's just attack, 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 attack. And then whenever I'm actually trying to do something, to engage the enemy, it's just like, nah, man.
Yeah, I think Yu Suzuki, Chase mentioned out here, Futatsugi could do it independently with grounding, like Yu Suzuki is with Shenmue 3 if Sega lets him use the IP.
Right.
But I don't think Futatsugi has nearly the same standing that Yu Suzuki does within Sega, because Suzuki was there forever.
Right.
Futatsugi was there for, like 3 or 4 years. Yu Suzuki was there like from the 80s into like I think the late 2000s. He was a mainstay at the company. Everybody knew him. He was the senior guy. Like Futatsugi ran off to, what the hell did he do? He went off to Microsoft like 3 or 4 years later.
Dude, I am noticing some hella slowdown up in this game. Are you seeing that on stream?
A little bit.
I'm just like not noticing that in the other streams I've been doing. Alright, we gotta find something to fight, man. This is getting ridiculous. Because eventually, like I said, once we get a couple of these side quests knocked out, once we get that going, then we're going to end up having to go to, I can't remember the name of the actual area, but there's effectively, we're going back to the Forbidden Zone to a point. So, I mean, we're going to need to level up. There we go, finally. Finally, I get something.
Well, Chase, here's another example. Ed Annunziata, man, how do you say his last name? Annunziata, I think is how you pronounce it. He was the lead designer behind Echo the Dolphin, Three Dirty Dwarves, a bunch of Sega titles from back then. Calibri, a couple others. Anyway, he's been trying to get the rights to Echo the Dolphin for several years now. He wants to make a new Echo game, but Sega wouldn't give him the rights to it, so he ended up going to court, and I think they just recently settled for, I don't know what the terms of the settlement were, so who knows? He might be making a new Echo game at some point, but he hasn't really said anything. But Sega fought him on it, so I don't think anybody. I think it's going to be difficult to try to pry the rights away from for any game. For any franchise, so that somebody can go back and make a new game for it. It's just Sega's willing to go to court over that dumb stuff, and even though they're doing nothing with the IPs.
That's what blows my mind. Of course, I mean, you've got... I really wish, like, they would do something besides the same freaking games over, like with the Yakuza games. I love the Yakuza games, but it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And I really wish we could have some of that old school Sega back.
Well, at this point, they're just remaking the Yakuza games.
I know.
New generation hardware.
But I mean,
So
it does make. I mean, granted, yes, they are literally just remastering these games. But I mean, dude, you gotta admit, some of them look pretty damn nice.
They are. Like if I had a PS4, I'd be playing Yakuza right now.
You don't have a PS4?
No, I'm pretty much PC only these days.
Killing me, man. Absolutely killing me. This tells you how long it's been since, like, I've literally not picked this game up since the last Let's Play. And I am literally having to remember all the button configurations all over again.
If I do get a next generation console, or not next generation, what am I saying? Current generation console, it's probably going to be an Xbox One at some point here.
Go to the bottom right corner of the area. I love Chase, man. Bottom right corner of the area. Okay. Chase, you are my go-to, man. You are my go-to.
I'm just hoping more games end up on, more original Xbox games end up on their backwards compatibility service, because there's a lot of really good original Xbox games that Sega did that I'd like to be able to play on an Xbox One upscaled.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of Xbox games on the Xbox 360. In fact, that's half the reason I even own an Xbox 360. Because, I mean, my Xbox collection's got to at least be 3 times as big as my 360 collection.
Yeah, the problem, though, with that is that certain games emulate way better than others, you know? Like, Outrun 2 has a lot of frame rate issues. I'd love to be able to play Outrun 2 at a stable frame rate. Orta emulates pretty well on 360, but there's like 2 levels where there's like missing textures and stuff, and one of them happens to be the Abad boss fight near the end of the game.
Right.
So like, you know, I would like to see those titles end up on the Xbox One, and you know, hopefully the emulation's better than what it was on the 360.
I got you. I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe if I say it's not gonna happen, it'll happen.
I mean, like, it'd be nice if Sony gave a shit about backwards compatibility, but they seem to have kind of totally given up on that these days.
I think that with the Xbox, I mean, not the Xbox, wow, the PlayStation 5, whenever it eventually happens, because it's gonna happen. I mean, everybody in their right mind knows that Sony's gonna at least try to make one more. I think it's going to have backwards compatibility. I think, especially with what Microsoft's doing, they'll bring it to the table, but I think it's going to be almost entirely emulation, except for the PS3, because I think since the PS3 doesn't have the extremely hard, you know, programming aspect of it, like the PS3 did, or not programming per se, but just the operating. There we go, finally. Maybe we'll
the purposely complex architecture to foil piracy and shit like that.
Yeah, that didn't work out very well for him.
No, it didn't.
Jesus Christ. Why did I do that? That was not what I meant to do.
I don't know what they were thinking. Man, you were going in a circle there for...
Dude, man, I'm telling you, man. I mean, it's
minutes.
just constantly going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm just trying my damnedest to find something to shoot. And I finally did, and I finally killed him. Did I get an excellent? I got an excellent 540 experience. That's what I'm talking about. Dragon Quest 8 on PS4 and PS5 needs to happen. I totally agree with that. Jet Set Radio Future. I honestly want Jet Set Radio Future to have a sequel. And how pissed off were you? If you're like me, you were probably as pissed off about the Sega basically just going nope to that proof of concept. I can't remember what the studio was called. You know what I'm talking about, Chris?
Yeah, I do. Some indie studios started developing, well, did some initial 3D renders, right?
Right, right, right.
Of their idea of a jet set. It was very green, though. Yeah, I didn't really care for the art style.
But I mean, it was a proof of concept, though. And I mean, how many like old school, wanting to take a chance, Sega style games have we really had in the past 10 years? I mean, really.
I agree. I mean, but again, like, those renders were a little rough. But again, it was just initial stuff, proof of concept stuff.
Right, right, right. All
I
right.
mean, you do have an alternative though. Like right now, you can play. Oh man, what's that game on Steam? Uh, Hover, Revolta Gamers. That's basically a Jet Set Radio clone.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go on back to Zoac or Zoar or whatever it's supposed to be called, and we're gonna do some. We're gonna do some in-town style crap. We're gonna do some in-town style stuff going on. All right, here we go. Now, I am not exactly sure on where everything is, so we're gonna kind of float about a little bit. I know with this dude, I'm not trying to make a deal with you first. I want to come over here and steal all your stuff. Oh, hold on. Maybe I gotta like talk to this dude first. Yeah, let's talk to him. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's see, dude. I got me a little bit more money this go around. I'm really kind of in the idea of trying to see what they've got. Mahler, that's all he's got. Yeah, I'm just looking.
Yeah, House that is coming back, but I think I did a post on Twitter where I think I put like it's been like 4 years since Sega first announced that they were interested in reviving some of their classic IPs, and in that time they've revived like 2.5 games. So
yeah,
it's not a good track record.
No, by no means. And I honestly don't. I really don't have a lot of hope in it. I don't. I mean, I wish I could say I had hope in it, but I mean, I just don't see it happening, dude. Sega is so different than they used to be that it's not the same Sega. It's not the same mentality. It's not the same creative staff. Anything. I mean, they're just moving out on their own. They're doing what they're in pachinko making, dude. That's what it's all about. It's about making money.
Not so much the pachinko side of things, because that's actually where they're losing most of their money right now is in pachinko.
Well, I was kind of making a joke, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I get that, but like I know people like to joke about that because Sammy is really big on pachinko, and for years that was where they were making most of their money. But then, was it like I think it was 2 years ago, Japan legalized table games, like Western-style table games in casinos.
Right.
And that's really hit the pachinko business hard. So cause now, the Japanese are going and playing blackjack and poker and shit over in casinos instead of going to pachinko parlors and blowing all their money there.
Right. And yeah, Chase, I am going to do the quiz here in a minute. Yeah, we'll pay you your money. Give me my stuff. Give me my horrible tasting stuff so I can just be like an idiot. I remember this part. Yeah, it's some good drink, man. Go ahead.
But you're dead right on. Yes, they are not the same company they used to be, and they do not have the same sort of talent that they used to have surrounding them. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, there's no way around it. I mean, it's not the same. It's not the same group. It's not gonna be the same group. And I am done talking to you. I'm gonna go take this quiz so I can get my fancy gun. But yeah, I can't deal with Sega anymore, dude. I really, honestly, don't even keep up with them hardly anymore. That's the cold hard truth. Is I just really don't even keep up with them anymore.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of people left from back in their golden age. It's Futatsugi's gone. Man, Naka's gone. Everybody's gone.
Oh yeah.
Suzuki's gone. It seems like it's Nagoshi. I think Oba might still be with them, and then, oh man, guy who directed like Outrun 2 and Daytona 2 and games like that. I always forget his name, but I think he's still with them too. But it's like those are like the three biggest names left in Sega.
Well, I mean, and it's not just Sega. I mean, if you look at gaming developers, period. I mean, if you look at a lot of gaming developers, what is up with the slowdown right now? Going through my secret tunnel, man. But a lot of I mean, prime example. Look at Kojima and all these other head developers. You know, the lead designers, all these people who are just walking away from these major production houses, and they're doing their own thing. Of course, Death Stranding, who knows what the hell kind of game that's going to be. But
well, then you the opposite end of the coin, though, where like all of these people have walked away from these big companies, and they've really gone on to do nothing. Like,
yeah,
Naka set up his own studio, and he got to make cell phone games for years, and his one big project that he did get to do, which admittedly is a very good game, and I recommend people play it, were Day of the Sky Soldier. Unfortunately, that they delayed that. His publisher delayed that game again and again and again until it, it ended. I think it ended up being like the very last title to release on the Wii. And you could only play it on the Wii if you got the special edition of the game that came bundled with the Wii U version, which was a reworked version of the game that totally ruined it in every respect. So, and unfortunately, the Wii U version was the one that the press tended to review, and that version was garbage. But if you played the Wii version, it's a really good game.
Dude, I totally freaking botched that attempt. I'm sitting here trying to take this dude's quiz, and I totally forgot about it, and I think I screwed myself up. I think I might have to completely restart. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I missed the first question. I'm like, no. Hold up, maybe if I go out and come back in, it'll reset it. Because this dude, he asks you all these damn questions, and I remember most of them. So if I fail on my own accord, that's one thing. But to fail because I wasn't looking at the screen, that's a whole different thing. That kind of irritates me.
Let's see. Naoto Oshima left Sega, and he went on to do almost nothing. Blinks the Time Cap. I think that was his biggest title.
Right.
That was not a good game. I think they did 2 of those. Who else? Yu Suzuki left in the late 2000s, and then did absolutely nothing for years. And he was trying to get funding to make games, and nobody would give him any money. And then he did the Shenmue Kickstarter, and that's the only reason he's making a game right now, is because he went through Kickstarter. Because nobody wanted to give him anything to make games. Man, who else is left and not done anything?
I don't know, dude. You're all facts tonight, man. I mean, I give you massive props. You're throwing out names and info left and right, and I'm just sitting over here well, what could I contribute to this conversation?
Yeah. Well, Futatsugi, he did a couple games. I don't think any of them were terribly successful, though.
Right. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. We're going to try this one more time, Chris. I'm hoping I didn't botch it. If I botched it, I am seriously going to reload and go back through it, because I want that tri-laser. Have you ever played Panzer Dragoon Saga? I know we've talked about this before.
I've played it. I've never bothered to go past the first disc, though.
Oh.
I couldn't really get into it. I'm not a big RPG person.
I
am gonna have to take my time and play through it this year, because I plan to do all the Panzer Dragoon games for the channel. So. Right,
I remember you talking about that. You ain't got no idea whenever that's gonna come around, do you?
as far as anything that's happening right now, no.
Right.
Like I can't really help you.
I got you. Let's see. Yeah, I think I botched it. I think I'm gonna have to redo my thingamabobber. I think you might have botched it. Yeah, Chase, I think I botched it, baby. So what we're gonna do real fast is I'm gonna go over here to my secret tunnel and go through the ways. See, this is why if you want a 100% playthrough, you watch Chase. And if you want a guy just literally playing a game, talking a whole bunch of crap with his friends, that's why you come watch me. I'll get freaking thrown off on the side and not even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. We were having this same discussion during the Gun Griffin play though. Like all the talking, I couldn't even like think about what I was trying to do half the time. I mean, it just happens, dude. Because I mean, you really think about it, dude. Whenever you're just sitting on the couch and you're just doing your own thing, you know what I mean? You get in the zone. You get in the zone in a game, and everything else gets separated. You get completely immersed into it. But whenever you're sitting there, just kind of doing your own thing, talking to people, blah blah blah, doing what we're doing right now, man, you'll get sideways on something real fast.
It's difficult to multitask. I mean, I worked a job where you had to multitask constantly, and it didn't work out in the end.
Right,
put it that way. That's why I don't stream too often because I have trouble trying to focus on the game and read the chat and interact with people at the same time.
Nah, I got this. Boom. That's the first reset you've seen on this game so far. Yes, he just did that. He just reset the game.
See, I much prefer crashing your streams because I don't have to worry because I'm not the one playing the game. So
I know, right? You just get to sit there and talk about it, and I'm over here just like, well, I've done wasted 37 minutes of a stream. Oh my god. This is what we do, though. We just hang out. And that's the God's honest truth, man. I watch a lot of people do Let's Plays, and they are so into it. And I can watch that sometimes, but man, a lot of times I just want to watch somebody having a good time. And that's kind of basically what our Let's Plays turn into. It's just a bunch of guys just shooting the shit.
And your Sunday ones are fun because everybody jumps in.
Dude, I know, right? Y'all just like literally have at me. Alright. First thing we're going to do, we're going to leave camp. Alright, we're going to go straight over to the village of Zoe because we were smart about it and we saved after we were done with the village, so that saves us about 15 minutes. Of course, we don't have that level up, I don't think. I don't think I saved after we left the desert. Probably should have, but I don't think we did. So what we're going to do right off the bat is not turn the camera that slowly. Whoa, what is going on with my camera? Alright, we're going to wait for the morning. And we're actually going to play this game for about 5 minutes so I can catch back up real quick. Yeah, we're going to run over here. Go, dude, I swear to God, this is my secret tunnel, man. I just don't understand, like, every single time you come through this area of the game, I guess it's just the limitations of the hardware trying to render this entire area. Or maybe it's loading, because, I mean, what I think about it, it might actually be loading the other side of the map. But that doesn't make sense.
That's probably what's happening when you're going through that cave, because it's so long that it probably is, despawning the area behind you and loading the area in front of you.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, that's what it's probably concealing.
Alright. Let's talk to old Grandpa real quick. Alright, who are you? I'm Ragman, Hunter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't stay here too long. One more time. Defending human settlements. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now we're going to look at your little tri-gun. Don't touch that. Rare gun. Me and my boys, we killed stuff with it. Yo, what's up? Come at me, brah. Just imagine that's exactly like no. That's the crap that was in Albert's Odyssey that I like that game for. It's just the stupid localization. And sometimes I wish this thing had been localized the same way.
I don't know. I kind of have issues with some of that. Like, certain pop culture references don't exactly age very well over time.
Right. Okay, here we go. Now I've actually got to pay attention. Okay, almost messed it up. All right. Against the ball door, where is it safe? It is safe in the back. Alright. Let's see what else. How do you kill the Latham? You find its weakness. Awesome. Let's see what makes matter. So that's kill the queen. Next one. Characteristics of the... Alright, they dodge lasers. Yep. I think there's like 2 or 3 more which do not live in the... That's going to be the hoppers. Awesome. What is summoned by a plunger? That's the nan. I hope I don't screw this up. Awesome. Okay. Crap. There's another one. Stars attack. Oh, that's paralyzing shard. Okay. I'm gonna have to which is stronger.
This is a long quiz.
I know, and I'm sitting here trying to think of this last one. Screw it. We're going with that one. We're going with that one. And I got it. Yes, I got it. Okay, good. Alright, good deal. We made it through it. We had to reset it, but we got the tri-burst. Alright. So we got that done. We had to reset the game. But cool. It's cool, man. We flew around in circles for 10-15 minutes just to get to that point again. I'm not going back to fly around and kill the sand mites over again, though. You can screw that. Alright, now I'm going to go get this other little thing. Let's see, where's he at? He should be... Do I go around here? No. Okay. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Yeah, it's back here. I thought so. Alright, we're going to come talk to old boy sitting under talk. Alright. Don't think he noticed me. Alright, let's make him notice me. Why is he not noticed?
Are you planning on... sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are you planning on getting Puyo Puyo Tetris now that it's on PC?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I was never really big into Puyo Puyo. Like I actually don't ever even think I played it. I've watched plenty of other people play it, but I don't actually think I've ever played it.
Oh, I'm terrible at Puyo, but I'm pretty decent at Tetris, so I picked it up and I'm trying to I got better at Puyo from playing Sonic Mania because Mean Bean Machines in there isn't unlockable. So
right.
I played a lot of that, but I still struggle to get anything more than a 3-chain. I get really happy when I get a 3-chain.
You know, I'm honestly thinking, let's see, it looks like she's interested in me. Hey, isn't that a sound pipe? Yeah, here we go. There we go. I got my sound pipe quiz thing done. Treasure part, give that back, and we're going to talk to the dude up in the village here in a little bit. I think it's a village, whatever it is. All right. Still, that old boy that I was just talking to a second ago, trying to talk to. I don't understand why he wasn't noticing me. But no, back to Puyo Puyo. I actually want to. You got to talk to the baller. He'll tell you. See, man, Chase, you are the awesomest, man. You are the awesomest. Bar owner isn't that girl, is she? But let's see. What was I saying? Oh, the Puyo Puyo. I want to actually get that game so that me and my daughter can play it because, as she starts getting a little bit older, I want to, introduce her to some games. And I figured the best way to do that is kind of with some, some childish games, some simple games, things like Tetris, and kind of see if she enjoys it.
Yeah, it's a good one to start with. It's pretty inoffensive and it's fun. I mean,
all right. Got the bar acting. Can I talk to him? Yeah, I can talk to this dude. All right.
They'll tend to like puzzle games too, so there's that.
Well, see, my wife is a huge RPG player. My wife is a huge RPG player, dude. She like no joke, Final Fantasy is life for her. Final Fantasy and Disgaea. Dude, she is literally maxed out levels on every Disgaea that's ever existed.
Well, that's the one with the printies and stuff like that, right?
Right. No, dude, she loves that crap. Like she's got every game that's ever come out in that series. We actually own the anime and everything.
Oh.
Big. Me and my wife are some pretty big anime fans.
No, I've gathered that. You seem really into Gundam. I am too.
Well, you know, I'm really into mech games. Not mech games per se, but mechs in general. You know, growing up, I really enjoyed playing, you know, mech games. I really enjoyed watching mech stuff. I don't remember if you remember Escaflowne whenever it came out here in the States over on Fox.
I do.
Yeah.
I own the DVD set from Bandai.
I own the DVD set. I own the movie. I own some figurines. I've got some model kits. I mean, I love mechs. I love mechs, and I think I really loved Escaflowne because it was that mentality that you had. I gotta wait till daytime to talk to old boy. And I think it's nighttime, so I can actually go through the bar and make a shortcut. But there was something about the mech designs in that series where it was you know, basically a giant piece of metal armor that, you know, or a knight suit basically. I absolutely love that whole notion, plus the aspect of, you know, it taking the pilot's blood, etc., etc. I mean, it was just, I was really into fantasy, sci-fi growing up, and I still am for the most part, more so sci-fi now, but I mean, I just loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Not a whole lot from that show stuck with me. Like, the only thing I remember about it is like there was like this prognostication machine or something like that. And...
Yeah, I've actually been toying with the idea of watching that series with my wife here lately because I don't think she's ever watched it, but I think she'd enjoy it because of the fantasy aspects of it, because she really enjoys fantasy style anime. Like, I'm trying to think of some examples right off the top of my head, and I'm completely going sideways. What was that?
She's okay with violence and sex and stuff like that. I'd say go with Berserk.
Oh, dude, she loves that show. She not the show. I mean, I don't think she's actually read the manga. I know that she's watched the movie by Manga Entertainment, or that they're the ones who brought it to America at least.
No, Media Blasters brought the 1997 or 1998 TV series over, and then Viz brought the movies over. And
Viz did?
I have no idea who's releasing the new series, but the new series sucks.
It does.
Poorly animated.
It does. I could have sworn that Manga released the movie though.
No, it was Viz.
Dude.
There's like three movies, I think.
Does Viz even do actual visual media anymore?
A little bit here and there. Like I said, they have the movies, but they haven't done anything. Their anime output has never been that huge. They've always been more into releasing manga than anything else. But like Inuyasha was them. They did that whole TV series and a couple other things. I think they did Bleach.
I gotcha. Hey, we got a couple of extra people in the chat. We picked up a couple of new watchers. For anybody who's just joining us, we had to reset the game because I botched the quiz to get the tri-laser. So you're not really missing a whole lot. So we kind of lost 15 minutes there. If you want to go ahead and drop some info in the chat and go ahead and start talking to us. We're talking about anime. We're talking about giant robots. We are talking about all kinds of things. And we're playing Panzer Dragoon Saga. So, didn't mean to cut you off there, Chris.
No.
So what is your favorite anime then? Like, just straight up favorite anime. You don't have two choices. One choice. That's it.
Oh, man, it's really hard to say. Give me a second to think.
You want me? Hey, AJ, you want me to slow it down or do you want me to speed it up? I was trying to let everybody read it, for the people who may have never read it. I was somebody up in the chat, AJ Metz. He was like, "Dude, you can change the speed of it."
All right, I'm gonna say Castle Cagliostro. the Loop on the Third movie, the
Yes.
one that Miyazaki did. That would probably be my all-time favorite.
I got you. Now, do you know about the glitch? I didn't even know about the glitch until a couple of days ago. We're gonna try
talking Chase?
No. I'm talking to you. Do you know about it? Neon Genesis Evangelion. Do the fist bump over the web right now. You got it. You got it. Dude, I am a freaking Ava fanboy. Like my set, like that is it. You, no, real talk before I do anything else. Listen to me now. I watched Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion 37 times consecutively. Okay? Consecutively. I'm gonna tell you why. Because literally, I kept falling asleep. Oh, like I'd get home from work, I'd be dog tired, I'd watch it, go halfway to sleep. Death and Rebirth was just a recap plus half of, End of Evangelion. So I'd watch part of it and just crash out, wake up the next day, gotta go to work. I was working 12, 16-hour days, come back, throw it. Dude, it took me forever. I literally started counting how long it was. It took me 37 times. All right, so here's the glitch. All right, you got to get yourself in this little spot, if I do it right, and hit the run button and go forward. And boom, we're out of the map. We're out of the map. We're out of the map. And we're running around in circles now. I know it's horrible.
I'm still waiting for it to happen on the stream.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to downvote me because of my singing. Just watch. But yeah, you can, like, Chase was talking about it in his, Chaz was talking about it in his Let's Play the other day, and I actually caught it during that point, and it was pretty cool because I never even knew about it. And the thing is that apparently you can run forever and not glitch out the game, and of course you'll never hit the, I don't understand how you can run forever, because I would think that the game only renders out so much before the skybox, and I would figure there'd be a dead zone somewhere in there. But Chaz said he ran and could never get a dead zone.
Well, VDP2 can do infinite planes, so
right.
That's why you can probably run forever.
Right. Yes, AJ, we are about to jump back in real fast, like seriously. But the thing that's cool about this is that we can see the entire town, okay? And we can see everywhere we were. So what we're going to do, and Chaz was explaining, it's because out here there is no boundary. It's only on the inside that we have a boundary. It's an invisible force field basically that gets a hold of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the walkway. I'm basically just redoing exactly what he did for the most part. But this is the walkway that we are inside the town. And I am going to walk through this door, and automatically, boom, I get, the collision detection hits, and it's like, hey, do you want to leave town? So we're going to go out. We're going to leave town. I'm going to go off mic for about 10 seconds, and I'll be right back.
He knows all the secrets now. He'll be speed running this at AGDQ in a couple months, or SGDQ, I think is the next one that's up.
All right, we're back. I had to check on my daughter, make sure she was okay, because she's in the room next door to me.
I was saying you should speedrun this game at SGDQ in a couple months.
Dude, I know, right? I know. Okay, all right, we're going to go back to camp real fast. Appreciate all the love coming in from everybody. Just to let everybody know, we do these Let's Plays every other Thursday. So if you want to catch in and tune in, you can go ahead and check it out. Once we're done with Panzer Dragoon Saga, we are going to be moving on to the next game, which I am going to allow y'all, the audience, to determine. And we're going to determine that over on our Facebook page. So if you want to keep up track with what's going on with the YouTube, what's going on with our dedicated group of about 1,600 members, If you want to see what's going on with the blog, everything else is Saturn Junkyard related, jump over to Facebook, the Saturn Junkyard, and give us a like, give us a follow, and promise you will not be disappointed, or at least I hope not.
Brian wants you to play Virtual Highlight. I kind of...
Jesus Christ. Look, by the way, we also have a poll that we do every week on Thursday in the closed Saturn Junkyard group. If you, by some chance, want to actually participate in determining what game I play on Sunday's live stream, which is every Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm not going through all the freaking things. But if you want me to play Virtual Highlight, there's a poll. Join the group, answer the questions. Poll drops up. If you want to play Virtual Highlight, I'll play Virtual Highlight if you can get enough votes. So, but we're not playing it 2 weeks in a row. They tried to do that crap with the Crow. That's not happening.
Well, do you want me to let you in on a little secret with Highlight?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
You can beat it in under 20 minutes.
Really? I want to check up what's going on with the chat real fast, man. We had some talking going on. Somebody was wondering what Panzer Dragoon said, what the color, blue, mean anything, baby dragon. You know, I really don't know. I really don't know if that even means anything. I'll be completely honest with you. But he does make... Go ahead.
You should do Highlight, and then when Brian's on, you can, do some big skips in that game and blow it out in like 20 minutes just to rub it in his face.
That would be true, but then what am I going to do for the rest of the stream? I mean, it's just going to get boring after a while.
Yeah. You could use the rest of the stream to actually explore the game legitimately, but start off just by blowing through it.
Just piss him off. Just piss him off.
Yeah.
He's probably, he's supposed to be joining up with us here in a little bit.
Oh, so he's coming in here, you said?
There's a possibility. There's a possibility. He's out up on the West Coast, so I mean, it's only 7 o'clock for him, and he works in the city, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, there's the possibility he'll be able. Like last time I was doing a stream, he caught on way late because he'd been in a commute. It's probably like close to an hour commute from where he works to getting home. I could imagine at least. So. All right. Now we're gonna go wait to daytime. We're gonna see if we've got any new stuff to buy from El Shopkeepero. Dude, the daytime, I want to take a moment to just look at the daytime. Because, I guess this is supposed to be dawn. But this color scheme that I'm looking at really reminds me of the color scheme of Granita 2 on the Sega Dreamcast. For some reason, it just, at that very first couple of moments before the light starts, coming up, it really reminds me of that. Yeah, I tell you, Brian literally sent me a message 7 minutes ago. He's not gonna be able to make it, so.
Oh, wah, wah.
Yeah, works hard on it sometimes, man. You just gotta roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. Let's see, blast shit, memory. I really don't know what we need. I mean, what do we have? What do we have? Let's see, elixir miner. I've got 3 of those. Only got 1 of those. Let's see, micro, miner, revive. Let's see, free action. Huh. We can sell that. Yeah, let's sell that. March back and zoom for exchange for some money. Like there's so much stuff in this game that I really don't know what we do with it. Because it's been so long, I'm just kind of like blind trying to, and I'm trying to figure it out with y'all.
So getting back to mechs,
yes.
You asked me, I don't know, I think it was just before we were doing the Titan Cast stream. You were asking me what my favorite part of Gundam was, which timeline. I said the Universal Century, but I'm curious, what's your favorite show? Your favorite Gundam show?
Until 2 years ago, I would have told you Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. However, now I will tell you Gundam the Origin.
Really?
Dude,
Interesting.
I absolutely love Gundam the Origin. I don't know if I'm supposed to be selling all this stuff.
I really like the manga. I read the Viz editions way back in the early 2000s. And
I have them. I have them in the. They've got the bound, the actual book bound. I have that.
oh, the new ones from Vertical.
Yes.
Yeah, like I still need to go through. I still need to buy those. I have a couple of them. I need to get the rest of them. And I've watched the first episode of the anime. I thought the anime was a little rough, though.
Get past the first episode. Just get past the first episode.
All right, I'll try to watch some of the others. But the first one, it just seemed a little too overly dramatic and too talky, and Zeon Daikun really didn't come off quite right. I know he's supposed to be a bit eccentric, but
Dude, I'm telling you, you just give it a little bit. It'll be all right. I promise you. About episode 3 or 4, I think it is, you really start getting into some of Caspal.
I would just like for the characters to act like human beings and not something else entirely, because it was rough. I don't remember the manga being quite like that.
Well, no, because I mean, you're reading it. You can put your own format to it. Whereas, you don't have that option whenever you're watching an anime. And the main question: don't sell all those elixirs. Well, Chase, I done sold them all, dog. I done sold them all, man. I done sold all of them. They're all gone. The world is done. We have screwed up. I know it's horrible. So you get to watch me screw this game up as much as play it. Never said I was really great at this game, dog.
Man, you said 0083 was your former favorite, though, huh?
0083 is completely awesome. I absolutely love it because it bridges the original series with Zeta so well.
That's kind of the problem. There's 0083 would probably be my favorite if not for all the plot holes in it, but it definitely has the best animation in Gundam, the best traditional animation,
right?
And it has the best action scenes too.
Right. Oh,
it's beautiful. I love the way that show looks, and I like the way all of the battles and stuff unfold, and it really does have an epic scope to it.
Exactly.
But there's all kinds of little plot holes that happen throughout it that just don't really make any sense when you actually think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see exactly where you're coming from. Now I'm thinking that I'm trying to I would say my second favorite series, honestly, is Gundam 00, not 00, it'd be 8th MS Team. I really enjoyed 8th MS Team. I really like the side stories, dude.
Well, yeah, I think they're better than the more new type focus shows, the main shows. But the OVAs are really good. My favorite one is 0080.
Right.
I think that one, it's short, it's sweet, and it pretty much nails everything. It's a really good self-contained story.
Yes, very much so. Hold up. What the hell? Oh, dude. That's what he meant. Hold up. I thought I bought some of that stuff. That was the whole point of me doing all that, was to buy some freaking stuff to, heal up later on. Apparently I hit the wrong button. Maybe that's what Chase was talking about. This is why you don't talk about anime while you're trying to play a game. We are going hard in the paint. No revive, no meds, no nothing. Come on.
Who needs healing items, huh?
I know, right? Got 2 of them down. Laser Storm. I am getting so knocked out. Because, I mean, I got like 2 more fights to go before I ever even get a chance to, you know, chill out. So, there's that. You have no elixirs, man. I know. That's what, like, Chase, I thought I was buying. I didn't think I was selling. And now I'm just, like, completely screwed over, man. Life is just like, what? Okay, we got 542 HP left. Oh, I think I got 2 more fights. I hope I only got 2 more fights. This is getting rough, dog. This is getting real rough. This is gonna be a real close call, Chris.
Maybe you can pull off a miracle. Who knows?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We might have screwed up. We might have screwed the pooch. I mean, we did save before we did all this, at least. So.
What did you save after you sold the elixirs?
There's a possibility.
Because if you did, then you're just in an endless loop of pain.
Hey, man. I mean, there's a possibility, dude. I mean, sometimes
if you saved before, you're in good shape. If you saved after, no, you're not.
I mean, you got to stop being so negative, man. You gotta stop being so negative, man. You gotta stop being so negative for real. Cause like
that's the end. That's the end of the Saturn Junkyard's Panzer Dragoon Saga Let's Play.
Oh my God.
Unless you plan on going back and redoing the whole thing off stream again.
Hold up, where am I at? Where am I at? Hold up. Let's see something real fast. Let's go spiritual. No, we're not doing that. We're going back to normal. We're gonna have to like put some we have to put a little more power up in our attacks. That's basically what we're gonna have to do.
Chase is recommending using Holy Spear to knock them all out at once.
Holy Diver! Were you here for that?
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah, we're doing Holy Diver. This is why we have to have Chase in the squad, dog. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, Chase. I'm sorry, man.
Well, invite him on the stream sometime. He
Chase,
can talk to you in real. He can talk to you in real time, so you don't screw things up.
Do you want to be in the stream, Chase? We got that one excellent, AJ. We got that one out. We got it, man. All right, we're going in. We managed to get by the skin of our teeth. All right. We're going to have to find some way to heal up here. Hopefully we pick up some of those elusive elixirs. And Chase, I can't sell them since there's not a shop anywhere on this level. Oh, man. I didn't lose you, did I, Chris?
Nope, I'm still here.
Oh, Lord. Okay. That lens isn't going to really do us any good. Access, what you got for me? Oh, it's my field map. Okay, that's cool. Oh, man. This is going to be rough, dog. This is really going to be rough. Because here in a minute, I'm going to have to start attacking these things. And then I'm going to start getting, you know... it's not going to be fun. It's not. I'm like halfway. You know what? I'm gonna do it just for the sake of. Do I have to have a computer? Because I ain't got that. Just leave the level and go back to Zoa and buy medicine. You know, I might do that. We're gonna save, but we're not going to override our save. Not enough space. Damn. Okay, we're just gonna have to override it. Whatever. Yeah, we'll probably do that. We'll probably just override.
You can do Discord on your phone, but I don't know
it's
how
not
well
great.
that would work out.
It's not great. It's not great. Like, this is the only time we can come to this level, if I remember right. Like, I think this is the only time we can come to this level. And we have...
You gotta name your third dragon.
No, stop. Just stop. We're not going there. We're not doing it, man. We are going to make it It is going to happen. We are going to go over this entire map, because if I remember right, because that's the one thing I am trying to do. I am trying to cover the entirety of the maps every single time. So we're gonna go over the entirety of the map right now. Then we're gonna go buy stuff, because we sold enough stuff to where we should have plenty of money. We're rolling in bank right now, all right? So we shouldn't have an issue with that. Oh lordy, the magic that is the Southern Sega gentleman playing Panzer Dragoon Saga. Oh man.
Well, you never claimed to be good at it, so.
Well, I mean, I enjoy it. Am I going to sit here and tell you I know all the secrets? Hell no. That's why I always tell everybody, if you want 100% gameplay, strategy, walkthrough, guide, whatever you want to call it, go watch Chase's stuff.
You're the gun griffin master.
Dude, I am, even whenever y'all were talking to me, I was still in the zone for the most part, and I was still talking about that game incessantly, like all the details about how to do things, where to go, you know, I mean, like, if it's a game I love, it's a game I love. And one thing to Chaz's credit is that he doesn't have to deal with co-hosts screaming at him. Of course, you don't scream at me, Chris. I'm not talking about you.
No.
That Saturn.
I can scream at you if you want. I could scream at you if you'd like, though.
No, don't do that, man. PTSD, man.
That's your thing.
No. No, dude, my battery is full, man. And this is my third Saturn. Like, you have no idea. Alright, we're almost covered the entire map. We've almost got it. Did I tell you, you were in the stream the other day, I think I talked a little bit about how this Saturn's been acting up on me lately.
What exactly was the issue again?
Okay, well, I've had a couple of issues. The one that's really worrying me the most right now is that after prolonged lengths of gameplay, like an hour or two, the system just it's still playing, everything's still great, but it kind of decides on its own accord that it does not want to display anything anymore. I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know what that would be. Like, the place you would probably want to ask about these sort of things is over at the Sega Saturn UK forums. They've got a couple good members over there that are very familiar with the hardware itself. Especially there's a guy called Zyrobs who takes the things apart constantly and repairs them and sells them and stuff like that. Well, he's able to troubleshoot most issues with the hardware.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's a PSU issue, because my PSU is getting incredibly hot.
It might be. That's a pretty easy fix, though.
Yeah. All right.
It's not hard to swap out one PSU for another.
No, by no means. Yeah, we're just gonna get another one. Get another one. Yeah, we're good with that. That's good. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, Holmes. This is my drug dealer, man. My internet is like crap on my phone right now, dude. Every single time I look at it, it's just like, no. Alright. But yes, Chase, I definitely agree with you in regards to the save battery component. The only good thing about it is that you didn't have to buy a memory card. That was the only thing about it. Like, I remember whenever I got my Saturn, I could save my games. My PlayStation buddies had to have a memory card, and if they lost their memory card, they were screwed.
Yeah, I don't know, because those batteries lasted a long time. Like, I can remember never changing the battery on my original Saturn for like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
They last. If there's a good one in there.
Oh, hold up. I didn't go back to camp, dude. Why didn't you stop me, man? I was supposed to go back to camp and heal up, because now I've got to fight through this thing over again. You know what? This is a good way for us to level up real quick, though. I do say that much.
It was kind of an entirely novel way to do things back then. It kind of blew my mind. It's like, what, my system has memory? I can remember think of that back in 1995.
Well, I mean, you had cards that had memory, dude. I mean,
there were carts, like, yeah, I know. I mean, Sonic and Knuckles did it, and Sonic 3, I think, but you know,
I
it
mean,
didn't.
yeah.
It I can't think of any systems before that that really had internal memory.
Well, I mean, yeah. There was there was a number of brain just went stupid. My brain really went stupid. But I mean, again, you had carts already that had the ability to save games. So I mean, the idea of battery power wasn't tremendously exotic, at least.
No.
I think Sega just took the initiative and went, "Hey, dude, we're gonna have a CD-based system. It's got to have a memory system." And you know, whenever we had the Sega CD, we had this major issue with people not having direct access to save files. So why don't we do something about it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thought process, at least.
No, that's probably accurate. I mean, again, it's a CD-based system, so you couldn't just slap a battery in a card or something like that, like with some of the games.
Right. Dude, Chase is like, dude, do the Holy Diver. I'll do it next one. I got to run into him another time. Dude, he remembers Holy Diver. You were in the last stream. I keep forgetting you were in the last stream. There was like 2 other guys who were here for the last stream. I'm hoping they pop back up, but I don't think they are. We ought to do Holy Diver on these guys, though. That's what we ought to do. What? Dude, this is what I'm saying. Buttons. I pressed too many buttons. I just used a healing potion for absolutely no reason. Ray Blast. Oh my god. Alright. Holy Diver! I like totally crushed my voice on that one. I cannot go that high pitched, man. I cannot do. And I got a good fight out of it. And that sucks. So we're gonna go back through this. 2 more fights, Chris, and then we get to go to the Whirlpool of Death. You up for it, man?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Why are you scared, man? You're not even playing the game. I mean, I'm just saying. We are gonna Holy Diver these guys for you, Chase. We're gonna Holy Diver them if they don't kill me first with their Laser Storm of Doom. Like, all them elixirs I just bought, they're going down the drain, dude. I'm gonna get like Why did I do that? I keep hitting the B button whenever I'm trying to press the C button. Oh my god, I failed Chase for the 3rd time in a row tonight, dude. 4th time. The 4th time. Oh my god. This is so stupid. Why? It's just, why, dude? Oh my god. I feel so horrible now, Chase. I really do. I really do, man. I was supposed to pull that Holy Diver off, man, and the buttons, they weren't there, man. It wasn't happening. She's that big boy again. One more fight. We'll do it. You should move to the green area. Chase, I like to live on the edge, man. I like to live on the edge.
Yeah, you sell all your elixirs so you can't heal. That's definitely living on the edge.
Dude, I love to live. Like, I don't understand why, in God's name.
You're self-destructive, my friend.
Hey, man, it's cool, dude. It's cool. Hey, listen to me, Chase. You gotta say it with me. Of course, you're gonna hear it 30 seconds later, but Holy Diver! That's whenever you just need to play the rest of the song. There you go. I Holy Divered them for you. I did that just for you to rectify my own mistakes because I'm such a horrible person, okay? Leveled up to level 18. We are moving so fast, y'all. We just need to do this over and over and over again. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it over and over again. Alright. Gonna
fight.
Alright, going to take another 10 seconds to go see my daughter is cool still. She is sleeping like a baby girl. Oh, dude, these dudes like came out of nowhere, dude. I'm glad I like popped back in when I popped back in. Yo, Chris, you about to see these dudes like just come up on me, man.
Yeah, some stuff seems to be going down.
I mean, like they came out of nowhere. I don't understand what happened. I mean,
removal system.
Oh, dude. Oh, they're on the other side of the rock now, and they're destroying me, man. What is going down? Like, seriously. That rock came out of nowhere, man. And I still got a great fight out of it. That's absolutely amazing. It is absolutely amazing. 10 seconds to go check up on. Oh, I see what's going down. I'm getting hit up by stuff. Okay, we need to like back up for a second so I don't get hit by stuff anymore. And we're gonna break that one real quick, and then we're gonna go straight up to the menu, if it'll allow me to. Oh yeah, intruder alert. Activate the Guardians of the Galaxy, man. I honestly really do like the storyline of my brain just went stupid. Panzer Dragoon Order. I really enjoy the Panzer Dragoon Order.
Yes, why? Like if I played through this game, I'm sure a little bit more of it would make sense, but.
Oh, very much so. I just like how the storyline, the way the storyline does things, like how it goes about talking about itself.
I mean, like, are we okay with spoilers, or should I just?
Maybe not just yet. Maybe not just yet, because I mean we haven't even made it to disc 3 yet. So.
Okay, so I won't mention any Orta spoilers or anything then.
Nah, let's just.
That game does tie into this one.
Yes. Something's coming. Blew that one up. Here we go. Fight time. Fight time. Fight time. Fight time. The Hellions. I just like that name, dude. They look like little court jesters. That are like dressed up as some. I have no idea what the hell you would call that. And then they just like this magic stone of doom is just encapsulating them. It's amazing, dude. Just the idea behind the monsters in this game kind of blows my mind still to this day.
Well, Chase, you're not alone in that because Utatsugi doesn't like it either.
What do you say, dude? I'm like literally trying to stare at the screen at the moment.
Chase says, I hate the story of Orta. Honestly, I don't like the connections with Saga. The story was supposed to end at this game.
Really?
And he's right. That's what Futatsugi's intent was, to end the game here, and that's it. And he doesn't like Orta.
Oh.
He wasn't involved at all in it.
Right.
But I like Orta. I'm glad it exists.
I mean, I really enjoy Orta. Of course, like many games, I mean, you're gonna have your people who enjoy it and your people who don't enjoy it. I just personally really like the game. I think it's really easy to get into for a lot of people. I think a lot of people have fun with it. And from the storyline aspects, I kind of really enjoy the whole. I'm not gonna get spoiler, but I mean, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the game. Some of the boss battles, especially, I really enjoy. Like, I think they were very, very interesting. Some of the like the Junkyard with, you know, captions around it, whatever you want to call it. The runs, you know, I can't remember exactly what level that was, but I really enjoyed that part. You know what? You get what I'm saying, Chris? I'm trying not to like spoil that game, even though it's freaking 13 years old already.
Yeah. I think I know most of what you're talking about, but like it's been several years since I played Orta, and again, this game, the little bit I know about it, because I've only played through a little bit of the first disc,
right,
is mostly reading about it, like up on Panzer Dragoon Legacy and some other places.
I got you.
So like I'm not like 100% sure of anything really.
Let's see. Again, we're going to try to make sure we cover this entire map. That's one thing I am trying to go for anybody who didn't hear me the first time on that. And I've probably said that I don't know how many times, but I don't know. It's just something about a level of completion to some point I prefer, because I don't want to just like power grind through this game and not, you know, hit any of the quests or anything like that. I actually want to, you know, it's an RPG. Come on, y'all. We're going to try to do some sidetracking of some sorts.
Well, that Shelkoof over there on the right, the battleship from Zwei.
Right.
Yeah, it is. The drone distance is kind of killing it right now, but you can kind of tell that's what it is.
Yeah, the mechanical designs of this game are absolutely ingenious in my opinion. Though I mean, it's supposed to be the far off future, and you look at the mechanics of these devices they've created, and it blows my mind. It's so foreign and alien.
Well, they're partially organic because they're bioengineered creatures. Yeah.
I mean, but still, I mean, it blows my mind how the designs of the game are. It just, I don't know. It's always kind of got up underneath my skin to an extent or another.
They've modeled all the stuff in these games just specifically to suit how the Saturn draws polygons, so it looks really good.
Right.
It's not like you know, a lot of their other games that came from arcade hardware where that they just had to kind of adapt to this, and you know, and all those games were built most of them were built off of superior hardware, so. You know, they look a lot worse on the Saturn.
Did you watch the Digital Foundry video on the Panzer Dragoon Saga and see where they were talking about how the individual VDP chips were actually rendering the play area though?
Yeah, like there's been a lot of talk on that for, you know, like what the hell is his name? John Linneman. He's done a couple videos where he's explained exactly how the VDP-1 and VDP-2 and the 2SH2s interact with the game to accomplish certain things.
Oh,
and
why did I do that?
There's also a really good video out there by a Chinese YouTuber in the name of Low Score Boy, who goes and breaks down like transparencies and stuff and how exactly they work on the Saturn.
Right.
And they're subtitled in English. I would recommend checking that out sometime too. So,
I mean, I just really enjoy trying to figure, because I mean, I've never been one of those guys who's really been hardcore into how this system works. I've always just kind of, I like to describe myself as just a gamer who really enjoys talking about games. Because I'm not one of these technophiles or whatever you want to call it, and that's not meaning to be disparaging whatsoever to people who do enjoy understanding how these systems work. I'm very grateful for them.
No, neither am I.
Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't have numerous things, you know, like just for instance, you know, phantom chips, et cetera, you know, the ability for people to play backups, the ability for people to do fan translations. I mean, there has to be a segment of the community who is interested in the technological aspects of it for that to happen. But me personally, I like to take it from more of an outsider's point of view instead of getting really deep into it. So whenever I get to see people put something like that to video, it really interests me. It really captivates me.
It does, and he does a pretty good job of explaining it in a way that a layperson can certainly understand. Like John Linneman and his several his Saturn videos that he's done. He's done a lot of Saturn stuff. He must have been a pretty big Saturn fan.
Dude, the Saturn has had a revival. What is going on with this dialogue? You want, all right? Okay, yes, I have some. Don't know what. Dude, I could have swore I grabbed it already. Chase, what did I miss, dude? I missed something. I missed something, Chase. I could have swore I got it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chris. Dude, I just got sideways.
If you want to get a better understanding of how the Saturn works through Digital Foundry's DF Retro videos, the ones to check out are probably, well, let's see, the Castlevania video for sure, the Tomb Raider one, and to like a lesser extent, the Daytona USA one, and the recent Panzer Dragoon one. They can both help you get a better understanding. But definitely the Tomb Raider one, and the other one I mentioned that slipped my mind now, Castlevania.
Right. I'm totally using the glitch so that we can get around this map faster. I'm so glad I got to see somebody perform that thing. Because apparently I missed. You're supposed to pick up the ship parts, if I remember correctly. And I could have swore I got them because I thought they were in the obelisk little container underneath the ship, and we were talking. I wasn't paying attention to what I picked up, and I was like, I could have swore we got it. Okay. Chase says we're good to go, so we're good to go. See, I am, you know, deferring to Chase whenever it comes to, are we good in this game? Are we good, man? And Chase, by the way, you can use this. I know we talked about it already, but if you ever want to try it, we can always try out your Discord on phone. You can just download the app. I can send you a link to our Discord server, and we could just see how the audio works. So long as you have good connection, especially if it's Wi-Fi, you'll be gravy, dude. You'll be gravy.
Grandy Chase, huh? Yeah, I've heard the PS1 translation is not really great.
It's not faithful, dude.
Yeah, it'd be nice if somebody would do a fan translation of that game for the Saturn, because that's the better version of the game anyway.
Right. Yeah, here we go. This is the FMV that Chase is talking about, and it's very, very interesting. And this is there's a lot of games that kind of they blow my mind in regards to just how well the Saturn could actually do, you know, full motion video, especially whenever you don't have use of the MPEG cart. I mean, I'm not going to say it's I mean, I love the Sega to death, but there's a lot of FMVs on the PlayStation that look a hell of a lot better than on the Saturn. And I think this is one of those examples where they really did a jam up job with the FMV.
Well, I don't know, like with the MPEG card, you can get video quality that's better than hell the Dreamcast.
Oh no! We were talking about during the Gun Griffin stream. Griffin stream. Seriously, if you don't believe me, just get an MPEG card and try out Gun Griffin 1 and watch the intro. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. You know, I never did ask how the audio levels of the game actually are. I know everybody can hear us.
Oh, I can't. Like, I mute the stream because I can't really deal with hearing myself and you talking in the stream and then to each other at the same time over Discord. No,
it wouldn't work like that. I'm really looking forward to investing into a I've got to find a way to mix audio out before it gets to the stream. That way I can actually hear what's going on, because to be completely honest with y'all, I have the volume muted on my television the entire time I'm playing these streams so that y'all don't have to hear it.
Nah.
Because there is about a half a second delay between the actual gameplay and how the capture card gets it. So, I mean, it's not exactly the same timing.
Yeah.
I would love to upgrade, but that's like $200 extra. I don't really want to spend right now. I'd rather buy a camera for my videos than do that.
And that gun is cool. The one on the table.
Dude, yeah, man. I just wonder how he got the name Edge, though. Like, I just don't understand where that name came from. I mean, I know it's, I don't know. It just seems like there would be a reason they called him Edge. Like, from a story perspective.
Mm, I don't know. It's just an English word that sounded cool. That's usually how the Japanese pick that sort of stuff.
Right, 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 right. Oh, it got a little loud.
And if you're lucky, they use it in the right context.
Right, right, right. Got the English going on, man. No,
Yeah.
I agree with you, Chase. The way that the cinematography in this FMV, numerous FMVs in this game, it's just, it really makes you feel like you're actually in a story rather than playing a game. And I think some people can understand what I'm talking about there because, at least growing up, there was your classic games where, it was a game. It was a kid's thing. It was, just for enjoyment. And then there was the games, and it started really big in the 90s, especially with the push for 3D, where we just had this increased level of story development, how we were actually involved with it, getting into it, that immersion level I always talk about. We're about to get set free, man. Old Patch Face McGee with his mask. What are we looking at?
I do like story-driven games, but at the same time, that was kind of that kind of helped contribute to the demise of shorter arcade-style games, which is definitely lamentable.
Well, I guess it kind of comes from where what's your. I know you and me have a couple of years difference, and the arcades were never that big a deal for me. Yes, we had arcades. They weren't near as big as they probably were back in the late 80s, early 90s, so much as they were in the mid 90s to late 90s whenever I was really getting into gaming. But, I mean, for me, gaming was always something really more done at home, and arcades were kind of a trip out to the mall or a trip out to the movie theater,
It was the same. It was the same for me too, but at the same time, there were a lot of games that were, especially on Sega consoles, because Sega was first and foremost an arcade developer. They brought a lot of those games home to
Right.
consoles, and even their console specific games that they developed and weren't in the arcades, they reflected that arcade pedigree too.
Yeah, I mean, your short gameplay style, your time attack game, your score gaming. Because I mean,
I
I
mean,
absolutely
games.
love shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, I mean, games like Jet Set Radio are very arcadey.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
stuff like that. Even Sonic the Hedgehog feels kind of arcadey
Well,
in a way.
it's a score game basically. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, there is a
Well,
storyline, but it's still a score based game.
yeah, but it's kind of how the Panzer Dragoon series. They're rail shooters. That they could have fit in right into an arcade too.
Right.
You know,
All right, we're about to get
and
into a massive boss fight, I do believe.
but yeah, like all those games kind of fell by the wayside when more story-driven games started to take prominence.
Right.
And a lot of that started in this era, and it was mostly through the PlayStation.
Did some massive damage there, boys. We're gonna go ahead and life up a little bit. No, 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 no. I didn't mean to do that. Well, whatever. Tracer's gonna hit me again. Now we can go ahead and pop in some life, because it's gonna be really fun here in a second. All right, get my items out. We're gonna use a heavy dose real fast. Go ahead and knock up 500 because that Tracer round is killer. All right.
Technically, rail shooters were like, like if you look back, like technically, games like Space Harrier are rail shooters. That's the sort of style game. Galaxy Force 2, Afterburner, those were popular games in the arcades.
Am I out of Berserk? Of course, charge. Crap. Okay, hold up. I got plenty of berserk points. I don't understand exactly what is going on. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Back up real fast. Do I have a... I do not. I do not. Okay. Alright. Let's hit him up a little bit. I'm having to think about how we're actually going to go about this little fancy ordeal. Because we're going to have a nice little fight. Of course, I didn't. That's the whole reason I didn't want to be on the side of him. Because I knew I was going to take a nice little hit like that. That's why I was trying to get behind him. And then the tracers come again. You know, there's a fight in... well, hell, the very first like ship fight in Panzer Dragoon, the very first one. This reminds me very much of it, except for the whole we haven't had the giant missiles coming out of ship. You remember what I'm talking about, Chris?
Yeah, I do. When you enter the building and then they bombard it from the sky, and then you're up there fighting them. Yeah. Yeah.
We almost got this guy down though. I'm gonna come over to his side real quick, and we're gonna knock him one more time over here from the top end. Didn't really do crap. Okay.
Oh, they have the prototype dragon there hanging from some ropes.
Yes, yes.
That thing just won't die.
Nah, dude, nah. Mentions beasts that cannot die until they fulfill their purpose. Perhaps your dragon's presence awakened it. Perhaps I just want to blow it sideways there, boss. Guardian dragon.
I thought it was dead.
Where is the weak point? There's gotta be a weak point up on this dude. There's gotta be a weak point up on this dude. Holy diver, this guy. Let's find out what happens with the holy diver. Dude, that dude's life bar is huge. Oh my god. Huge life bar. What you got? What you got? Light particle. He's about to like really do some bad stuff to me, man. This is not going to be fun whatsoever.
So where exactly are you in the game at this point? Is this close to the end?
I'm going to be lying to you if I told you one way or the other. I would be lying to you one way or the other.
Like, what disc are you on then?
I am on disc 2. I am on disc 2. And we are nowhere near the end of it.
Okay.
I don't think we're near the end of disc 2. I really don't. If we are near the end of disc 2, that tells you how long it's been since I played this game. I mean, it has been more than 2 years. So, and I didn't even beat it the last time I played, so...
Well, it's interesting they brought him back at this point. Since he's been the final boss for 2 other games.
Yeah. I'm trying to actually focus on this one though, because I mean, we got to go back a good little ways if, you know, stuff gets really bad sideways. So, I know I'm using that Holy Diver so many times, but I honestly love seeing the Holy Diver animation. I really do. I don't care from a perspective of how much, you know, how much actual damage it does. I just really enjoy watching that freaking mushroom cloud. This is the halfway point of disc 2. There you go. Chase with the boss information, man. That actually did a fair amount of damage with the laser by itself. Hold up. Let's see. Customize my gun. Try burst. Here we go. Oh, of course. Open plate. What are you doing? What are you doing? Shit got wicked, man. And now you're just gonna close yourself up again? Whoa, that dude's all up on my ass. That dude was so up on me, it was ridiculous. Alright. One more time. One more time. Dude, we're still not even in the yellow. We're still on the yellow bar, dude. Oh my god. Okay.
He doesn't seem to be putting up much of a fight, though.
No, he's gonna do something here in a minute, man. He's gonna do something here in a minute. It's gonna get wicked. Like, I know I'm missing something though. There's gotta be a weak spot up on this dude somewhere. I'm just not remembering. There it is, right there. There it is. It's the tail end, dog. See, it took me all this time to figure out where his weak spot was. That's horrible, man. I just assumed that it would be at the front because most of the time it's at the front. And of course, Chase goes, go to the back. It's like, I always look at the screen after I done figured it out. Alright, it's done moved somewhere again. It's opening the plate. Like, what sense does that even make, though, opening the plate? And now he's going berserk. That's awesome. Come on. Berserk laser. That's fun.
I'd say he's like a wounded animal, but he was like a wounded animal when the Empire was hauling him around on shit too. So.
I'm trying to like figure out what he looks like in my mind because it's like it almost seems like a dragonfly with his wings clipped off almost.
Yeah, kinda. I can see that.
We're all doomed, man. We're all doomed. Chase is my sensei, man. Chase is my sensei. I have totally got to give him some credit for this.
No, he exploded into polygons and sprites.
We morphed. Do you remember that show Animorphs from back in the 90s?
Oh god, they were based on those terrifying books. Too,
yeah, dude.
With awful covers.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why that came to mind. Alright. We're back at camp, man. Where's my dragon? Oh, there's my dragon. What you doing there, Trogdor? He's snoring, man. Alright, let's talk, man.
Guess you evolved there, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing to worry about. Even if you said no, I'd still say you're a pretty tough kid. Did the dragon heal you? Well, I'm not quite sure, man. I can't narrate these guys. I just put way too much into it. Alright, Empire wants a dragon too. I wonder why. Maybe because it's the devil. Like, there's a real religious aspect to the whole aspect of the dragon in these games, though. Like, 'cause if you think about it, there's only like one dragon per game, and it's just like it chooses somebody.
Well, there's technically more than one. Like what you blew up right there was dragon, technically.
I know, but I'm referring to like the dragon. You know, they're always talking about the dragon. I don't know, dude. I'm just saying. I'm gonna pet my dragon.
What's that dragon?
I'm petting my dragon, man. I'm all about that dragon life, oh. Alright, let's see. We're gonna leave the camp once again. What's wrong? I didn't find the ship parts. Damn, what am I gonna do? I thought I did! Ah, I got ship parts. So you can't get the ship parts regardless. Or maybe I was supposed to do it this way and I totally forgot.
Chase Loki from Zwei is also the blue dragon in the original game. Like if you if you do all the hardest routes and you get the I think it's a 90% or above shutdown ratio on all the levels, you can collect enough evolution points to become the blue dragon by the end of Zwei. Because Zwei is actually a sequel, or not a sequel.
It's a prequel.
A prequel to the original game.
Yeah.
So it's like the first in the first two games it's the same dragon. I'm not so sure about whether the dragon in this game is at all related to Logie or not. Probably not.
No, I don't think so. Because if I remember right, timeline wise, I believe this game takes place approximately like 30 years after the second game. I mean, after Panzer Dragoon, I think.
Yeah.
And I think Panzer Dragoon Orta takes place another 30 or so years. Oh, it's nighttime. Damn! Why do I keep forgetting this? We're gonna use exploit.
I don't know. Would it be 30 years? Because what's her face doesn't seem that old, you know?
I'd have to Wikipedia it. This is what you're for, man. You're supposed to be our Wikipedia god.
She looks like she's a teenager, Orta.
Yeah.
So it couldn't be, unless she's not technically.
She's not human, dude. I mean, she's
not. Well, she's half human.
But still, I mean, come on.
I guess it all depends how Azel's people age, you know.
If anybody's here hasn't played any of the games, you might just want to mute the audio and watch the gameplay, because we are really getting close to spoiler.
I'm trying hard. But...
I mean, of course, you're talking about 13, 14, 20-year-old games at this point, but I mean, damn, we're really close.
Yeah.
It has got to be loading up. There has got to be a loading mechanic in that tunnel. There is no way around it. But like, I don't know. You know, I was actually thinking, somebody brought it up to me whenever I in my Gundam series review, the side stories, how I was talking about there isn't a lot of apparent warping, and they're like, dude, what are you talking about? There's plenty of warping in that game. And I said apparent warping, because I think there's a lot of games on the Saturn that have, I mean, a lot of them have warping, period. That was just kind of synonymous with that, you know, that there's no Z buff or anything like that going on, you know.
It's the same with the PlayStation. I mean, the best way to show it off is to try to like hug a wall as you're running by it.
Exactly.
You'll see it. You'll see it. It's there on the PlayStation too.
I mean, the N64 was really the only one that didn't have a lot of it.
It was, but the N64 had a whole lot of other limitations that made it look bad.
Exactly. But my point is that whenever you're playing a PlayStation game and you're running down a hallway, the walls are just like, they're just like moving. They're alive, okay? Versus, you know, and I call that apparent, that's what I call apparent warping. It's warping that you can literally, it catches your eye and it messes with you, okay? It kind of takes you out of the gameplay and makes you go, what the hell? There are a couple of Saturn games, but I think Saturn games do a lot better at keeping the warping masked to a certain point to where it's so minuscule you have to really be looking for it sometimes.
It depends. It just depends on the game. Sometimes it's because it was poorly coded, and other times it's because it pushes the Saturn so hard that, you know, shit just breaks all over the place. Like Burning Rangers is a good example of a game
Jesus Christ, yes.
Way too much for the Saturn to handle. So you have the chugging frame rate, you turn a corner, and like, depending where the camera's facing, like parts of the stage will disappear or warp into whatever. Burning Rangers is a mess. I like it, but graphically it's a mess. Which probably should have been a Dreamcast game.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say, man. That game really should have been a Dreamcast game, no doubt.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, you know. But I'm glad it's on the Saturn because I really like it, and Saturn is my favorite console. But yeah, it would have been better served to be on the Dreamcast. Dreamcast could have handled that game easily.
Oh yeah. What kind of machine is he going to show us off? Here it is. What is it? We're just going to mosey about. Isn't it great? I fixed this too. What is it, dude? By watching the screen, you can see everything in the world. Oh, we got a magic map, dude. We're about to get into it now. We have a magic map. Alright.
Yeah, it ain't just warping though, Burning Rangers, Chase. like whole parts of the stage disappear depending on where the camera's facing.
Dude, hey, literally just go watch my import friendly video, and there's numerous times during which you will see that there are literally walls that just disappear. You can see through the entire stage.
Yep. Yep.
Which blows my mind that it didn't crash. It didn't crash the Saturn whenever it did that, because of how much shit was actually being, drawn on screen at that one time.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of just the game being too much for the Saturn, and also the fact that it's definitely rushed. Like,
yeah,
they were testing out Sonic Jam at the time, and I think they were location scouting like Sonic Adventure, and they may have even started programming Sonic Adventure by that point. So I think I'm fairly certain that game had a very short development cycle, and you can tell because some of the there's at least 2 bosses in the game that don't really work at all like they should.
Right.
The Diamond boss, who I think is the penultimate boss in the game. You can just shoot him until it dies, and he'll never attack you.
Right.
Well, he does attack you, but his attack doesn't do anything.
Oh, man. Let's see. We are about to really get into the second half of the disc. We're about to get moving towards, like, I can't remember what the area is called. Chase can tell everybody what the area is called, and then I can tell y'all because the live stream feed will not be there for you to see later, so, whatever. But, it's massive ocean is what I remember about it. So, we've got that. Okay, you fixed it. Cool. Alright, so we are going to do our exploit one more time. We are going to run over here into the Corner of Doom. That's what we're going to start calling this, Corner of Doom. Corner of Doom. I messed it up. Screw it. I was too impatient with it, man.
I don't know if Shenmue would have pushed the Saturn harder or not, because like Shenmue didn't have to deal with like fire effects and all kinds of lighting effects that Burning Rangers had, and probably wouldn't use transparencies on the same scale that that Burning Rangers used.
I'm gonna tell you right now, though, if Shenmue had actually been ported. I mean, not ported. Why did I say that? If Shenmue had actually originally come out as Virtua Fighter RPG on the Saturn, that game, I promise you, that would be the Panzer Dragoon. That would be the Panzer Dragoon.
Well, they made it like it was Shenmue when it was being developed on Saturn. I don't think Virtua Fighter RPG ever made it off the drawing board.
Right.
You've probably seen it. There is footage that was taken from the Shenmue 2 Xbox disc of what the original Shenmue looked like on the Saturn.
And I really wish that we could find a prototype of that just to see how it handled, like the armed prototype that was dumped a while back and was one of our very first videos on the Junkyard. I really wish we could get a prototype like that for Shenmue on the Saturn. Because God.
Japanese prototypes are hard to come by. They're closely guarded by the people that have them.
Right.
Western prototypes end up in the public domain a lot more often than what Japanese ones do.
Right. All right, ladies and gents, we have been streaming for almost 2 hours now. We are halfway through disc 2. I wish we were a little bit further, but, we had some complications, and I'm not a speedrunner on this game by any means. We are actually going to possibly be doing a Mastercast TV shout-out to Andrew Rasa. We will be... He gave me the idea based on his Let's Plays or his playthroughs of the original Resident Evil Jill and Chris's storyline, and I think he got the best ending possible. But he played them on the Saturn and did videos of them. If you haven't seen them, go check them out, give them some love. And he basically kind of pushed me and nudged me and said, "Hey, dude, do a speed run." I kind of brought it up. He was like, "Yeah, you should do that, totally." So that's in the works sometime. I'm honestly thinking we might wait until later, closer to Halloween time for that, to be honest, which would kind of be like a little special event, but you never know. maybe I might do a speed run, and then we might do a knife only run. By the way, that was my very first Saturn game I ever bought, and probably one of the games I'm best at on the Saturn, at least the American version, because I don't speak kanji. I haven't memorized all that crap. That's the only benefit for the Japanese, is that you have the auto aim, and the gameplay is actually easier. The enemies go down quicker, and you have more stuff available to you if you don't want to do something like a knife only run or something like that. But yeah. So, from all of us here at the Saturn Junkyard, of course, Chris from Saturn Memories, we appreciate y'all stopping by. We will be starting up again in 2 weeks' time, same place, and we will be kicking it off in Uru, and hopefully we will be completing Disc 2 and be able to open up on Disc 3. So, this is us, signing off.
Peace.